Good morning, and it's Wednesday morning here at Cannes Lions 2016 for the third of our daily shows on M&M Global. My name's Alex Bransell, I'm the editor.
Hi, I'm Anna Dobby, and it's lovely to be here with Michel de Rijk from Xaxis APAC.
And I'm here with the Chief Innovation Officer for GroupM, Cary Tilds. Hi, good morning, guys. How are you finding it?
Good morning.
Wonderful. We're in a beautiful morning sitting on the beach with you.
So what have you been up to so far then, guys?
A lot of meetings so far, to be honest. I arrived on Sunday, and it has been back to back in the last couple of days. But I don't think we really have to complain about it if we look around and have the lovely weather of Cannes.
You must have squeezed in a bit of time for some parties though, right?
Yeah, but that's also part of the meetings, right?
That's a good way to look at it, certainly.
Absolutely, and we're here at the plage, and there's going to be a big event focusing on programmatic this morning, which should be interesting. Some great speakers. So, what's the idea of hosting a big event like this?
Well, I think it's for us the first time we organize this here. The programmatic 401 concept we've been doing around the world at different locations already. And I think especially here we're trying to bring the two different worlds that Cannes has, which is around creative and around media, trying to bring these two closer together. And we hope to do that with the event today as well.
You gave a lovely analogy of the little bridge and how that separates the two worlds here.
Yeah, if you look at the Cannes Festival itself and the setup of the Palais, it's really a beautiful building and, of course, very iconic. You have the original creative, and I say that interestingly, the original creative setup where you celebrate the Lion Awards, and then you cross this very small little bridge, and it's actually outside, you can see it, and then you go into the innovation area, which is very highly focused on technology. So it's both there, but it's very separate in a way.
Do you think they should be joining together a bit more?
Well, I think they are joining together. If you think about the inspiration that's happening even with the creative side of things and the evolution of creative, they are joining together, but I think, physically at some point we may want to join the experience
broaden the bridge
together. Maybe in one spot. The whole festival is really about innovation and always has been, so evolving that at some point would probably be important.
I'd be interested to know what you think are some of the key innovation themes that you are seeing at the festival this year. Now, what are some of the big topics?
Yeah, I've been doing some personal meetings as well. I'm going over to the Palais today, and actually 100% of those meetings have been focused on virtual reality, at least up until this point. And surprisingly, even for me, there's some pretty robust creative and content agendas for some very large companies on the topic of virtual reality. We spend a lot of time talking about those headsets and all of the devices, but in fact you need really good content and creative experiences in order for people to use them consistently. So I'm seeing a lot of exciting opportunities for brands to get in and talk, have more ways to have interesting storytelling approaches in that world, which is very exciting. So that's been the focus thus far.
Yeah. And I think that another one, the big it's not exactly a buzzword, but phrase that keeps cropping up is dynamic creative, and something we're hearing over and over again. And that's, I guess, something to focus for you guys.
Yeah, it is absolutely, and again, that's also where the event later today is about. But for us, it's really being able to use data. Analyze that data and actually apply that to the creative process, and really bringing these two worlds together. That's something that we talk a lot. We talk about a lot at the moment at this event in general in the industry. Yeah.
A question that we're asking, a lot of people this week, and something we think will be a real theme of our coverage, is who at the moment, this transition into a sort of data-driven world, technology-driven world, perhaps of creativity, who takes ownership for kind of creativity in marketing communications? Traditionally it was those kind of classic few dozen creative agencies, probably from Europe and the US, and we're entering a new phase. It feels like in the industry now. There are different types of companies, on the media side, technology side. Where do you guys think creativity sits now in the process, in the ecosystem?
Well, I'm not sure that first part you mentioned changes so much. I think that the way they approach problem solving does need to change significantly, and what does change is absolutely much more collaboration around the entire process and the entire feedback process of which components of the creative resonated more with the guest or the consumer. How do we get that data back that gives us those signals to say what next? How do we evolve our creative process itself? And then on the media side, definitely the more exciting thing for the media side is really understanding those creative elements and how they impact into the context and where they land, and which is what we are experts at.
Yeah, and I think especially we have now the ability to give that feedback earlier into the creative process and actually make these adjustments during a campaign. And I think that's one of the things that we haven't done proactively enough in the industry is, we used to create a set of creatives and then we're shoot over to the agency, to the media agency, and then they just let it go, and the feedback never came back. And now we have the ability to, with that feedback, with the data that comes out of it, to do adjustments in that creative and during the campaign make improvements there.
It's too late to leave it to the end now, isn't it? You've got to be monitoring as it goes.
Absolutely.
But that actually will require both sides to change the way we work, ways of working, which is core tenet of ours in terms of purposeful innovation is ways of working, and both sides will need to go at that quite purposefully in order for us to really harness the power of this.
Anna, it's her first year in Cannes. It's a steep learning curve, but she's kind of starting to learn the ropes. Do you guys have any?
I've learned not to drink last night. That was my my learning experience so far.
Any other hints and tips?
I think that definitely the number one thing is to leave time for serendipity. That's why we're here, is to be able to learn and understand and gather new ideas. And so definitely serendipity. Definitely go to the Palais, because that's where the most important creative work is showcased.
I've been there a few times. Yes, it's been really interesting.
Yes, and then the food tip for me is the little carts over by the Palais have the best crêpe au citron, which is good.
Oh, really?
It's just a bunch of sugar if you're feeling a little tired.
Yeah, maybe I'll need that little perk. So what else are you guys looking forward to while you're here? You said you're staying till Saturday, right?
I'm staying till Friday this year. Saturday last year. But yeah.
Yeah, I think a full week in Cannes is a little bit too much, if you do the full Cannes experience at least. I agree to what you say. I think too many people are here and not actually visiting the Palais, which is interesting, but it's absolutely a missed opportunity. So you should go there.
Some really great
look
stuff
at all
on.
the innovation there, look at all the creative innovation. It's great, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, both. Thank you for your time. It's great to see you, and good luck with the Programmatic 401 this morning. And thank you very much for joining our third Daily Show. We hope you enjoyed it, and hope you're enjoying the rest of our coverage from Cannes. And we'll be bringing some new stuff soon. Thank you.